Hi everyone, welcome to KRYPTALK, that Irish guy that talks about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin broke through $53,000 last night and is currently trading at $55,000, and I think we're going to hit an all-time high later this year. Let's get started. This is episode number 49, and the title of this episode is Bitcoin's back in business. Quick look at the charts. Okay, let's get the basics out of the way. This is the Kraken chart. These are all daily candles, and Bitcoin is trading at 55,226. I didn't really expect this to happen, but let's just recap on what I said yesterday. So yesterday we were looking at this yellow circle here. We were looking at this day yesterday. Obviously this is today's candle, this is yesterday's candle, and I wanted to see if Bitcoin could break above this level here, this downward trending resistance line that had been holding the price down since the all-time high of 64,900, and it got rejected off here around 53,000. So the reason it's so important, the reason I said I'd get excited if Bitcoin could break above this and then also continue on back up to this Fibonacci retracement level and break above this as well, is because now it's broken a trend. It could be the start of a trend reversal, and it has set a local higher high. So this is a high point and this is a higher point. So if it just got under here and even got rejected from this, it would set a lower high. So this is a peak and this is another peak. So this one, because it's higher than this one, could be the start of a trend reversal. Right, I want to take a really quick look at some indicators. So just having a look at the EMA ribbon on the daily, we're well above that. We're also well above the 50 and the 200 daily moving averages. If you take a look at the RSI is getting a little overextended at 70. Yesterday it was 63. Remember, over 70, and the closer it gets to 100, it's sign it is overbought. But it can trade above here without major corrections into the maybe 80s, mid 80s. It's happened before corrections, but still I'd be getting a little kind of cautious there that we might be due to a sideways movement or maybe a correction. Taking a look at the Bollinger Bands here, which are kind of like a measure of volatility, and also when the Bitcoin price is above the basis of the Bollinger Band, this red line crawling into this the top blue line here, it's basically tends to respect this. Basically when it starts going up and hitting the top of this, you're usually going to get a rejection. Here's a perfect example here. Bitcoin price up at the top of the Bollinger Bands and then back down again. So we could have something similar, but even if that happens, we're still putting in a higher high, which is great. All right, really quickly, we're going to take a look at this other indicator on the bottom, the MACD. So when the blue line crosses above the orange line here, we have a bullish cross. We tend to have upward price movement. We've had that for the last week. Zooming out, looking at a longer time frame, we've had that for the last few months. It looked like, if you look here, it did look like it was going to actually cross again. There was a bullish cross here, the blue line above the orange line. We've got some upward price movement, and then because of this kind of like lower volume, what we've had is they looked like they were going to cross again and get a bearish cross. That didn't happen. It just started diverging in, which is good because of this price action, but it is a lagging indicator. Now, referring back to the title of this video and the thumbnail with the $100,000 price tag on it, I do think we're going to see an all-time high this year. I've made no secret that I think $88,000 is my prediction between now and 2024, the next halving. I think that more than likely can occur within the next 12 months, possibly towards the end of the year. And possibly that's even conservative. So if you look at some of these Fibonacci retracement levels, remember, I start this Fibonacci at the bottom of the crash in March 2020. I draw it up to the all-time high. That means the one level here that's the same as this red perforated line, which is the current all-time high of 64,900. Look at the next few Fibonacci retracement levels. We have the next target of 1.2, be up around 80,000, the 1.4, 90,000, and then the 1.6 is over 100,000. Now, these are more than just lines on a graph, because what happens is, just give you an example, no asset goes up, but typically what happens is we'll come up here. A lot of traders will be using these Fibonacci tools. They'll know there'll probably be some resistance at the next Fibonacci retracement levels. There's usually some sort of a crash back down, and then the price continues upwards, rejections, crash, something along like that. That's just an example, okay? So it wouldn't be unlikely that Bitcoin would push up past the all-time high and there'll be a major surge and very, very quickly reach the next one, which is about $82,000, $6,000 off my prediction. Now, I want to give you something a bit more than just Fibonacci retracements. So what I've done is the cursor here is on the 6th of October 2020. So I've dialed the clock back to this day. Last year, the price is around €10,000. So let's just do a little bit of a measurement here. So going back to the 6th of October, and if we just measure all the way up to the all-time high. That's an increase of, that's nearly 500%. That's nearly a 5x. So just to be clear, I do not think that Bitcoin is going to do the same thing it did last year. Okay? History seldom repeats itself, but it often rhymes. It is completely possible it will do a 5x within the next few years, and it's very, very plausible and possible that it will just do a 2x before the end of this year, maybe more. So I do think we're going to see all-time highs later on in Q4 this year. We're in it now. It tends to be historically good for Bitcoin. And I think that $88,000 prediction is going to happen before the end of the year. Now, this is the most important part of the video. I've saved the best till last. So we're going to dial the clock back again to this time last year. So Bitcoin's trading about $10,000. And we're just going to measure from here until the end of the year, the end of 2020. So here you have the 31st, and Bitcoin was trading around $30,000. So that would be a 3x. So you had $10,000 this day last year, and by the end of the year, by New Year's Eve, the 31st of December 2020, it was up to 30,000. That's a 3x. Now, if Bitcoin was to do a 3x from now, you're talking $150,000 Bitcoin. That is plausible. Obviously, a lot more money would have to flow in for that to happen. It's not as simple as moving 10,000 to 30,000. You're moving like 55,000 to like 165,000. But could it go up to 88,000? Yeah. Could it go up to 100,000? Absolutely. That's it for the episode. Okay, folks, that's the end of this episode. If you've learned any new or got any sort of value, go ahead and click on the like and subscribe button, especially if you're a returning viewer who has not yet subscribed. It's all very much appreciated, and you really help me grow the channel. So, unusual, sláinte. Bye, 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 bye. That was better.